Welcome everybody to Ops Experts Club. Great to have everyone. We're pretty excited this morning, talking about some pretty cool stuff, and we're actually going to lean into Terryn Turner this morning, so you guys get to see the brilliance of Terryn's mind. But at the Collab team, a lot of times I'm the one that's I'll start an engagement with people, and people really like me until they meet Terryn. And then it's like I just watch my limelight just fade. Like everybody's just like, oh wait, no, Terryn's the really smart guy. Like Aaron may be nice and people like me and be around me, but Terryn's got the wheels. And so everybody always tries to poach Terryn. So Terryn, we're excited to hear from you this morning, especially around, we had talked about this month is processes, and we kind of kicked it off last week talking about like the different migration of how you're bringing people into your business, how you're sorting those people and organizing those people, how you're communicating with them, how you're delivering to them whatever it is they purchased. And so Terryn's going to kick us off down that on ramp this morning, kind of taking us into a deep dive on landing pages and the like, right, Terryn? I mean, that's where we decided today we're talking about
landing pages and the like.
Landing pages and the like. That should be the title, dude. I'm so good. I'm a literist.
I would like to remind you, Aaron, that you can't spell Terryn without Aaron. So it was...
Well, you can't. It doesn't sound like
that was cheesy. Oh my
God.
God.
No, wait a minute. No, because I only want to hire people that rhyme with my name, actually. So Savannah's made it in. She squeaked under the wire, but typically only rhymes. All righty, yeah. Terryn, you want to kick us off and just talk to us about, maybe give us an overview and then share some screens or do whatever you would like?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll just start with a little intro here. This next section, we're going into processes, and this will be kind of a part one, processes of kind of the external side of the business, things that the customer might see. But where we're starting at today is landing pages, funnels, and courses. We've seen a lot of the clients we've started to help, that's actually where they've started. They've built a landing page, they've got a course. That's where they're at already by the time they've reached that level where they're like, all right, we've got something, we're selling, it works, but everything's crazy. So far, landing pages, funnels, courses is the common theme. With landing pages, there's ClickFunnels, the obvious one, and we're just going to give brief overviews of all these different things. We'll do some deep dives in later sessions, but landing pages, we've got ClickFunnels, and then all of the CRMs now, not all of them, a lot of them have their own landing page creators in them. In Entreport, we can create landing pages. In Infusionsoft, you can create landing pages. I've been an active campaign a while, but I'm sure you could there. Kajabi's known for being its all-in-one landing page, course, funnels, CRM system. So you've got a lot of these different systems, but I know Savannah's gotten a chance to work with ClickFunnels too lately. So do you want to tell us about kind of your experience jumping into ClickFunnels, maybe from a first-time user, and then how you got to where you are now?
Wait 1 second.
I couldn't get myself unmuted.
I didn't know you were going to call on me this soon. Wait a second. No, I've got some good stuff to say.
Well, so it looks more intimidating than it is, just because of the way that, like, when you hover over pieces that you want to edit, the way that the editor kind of like pops up and goes away, it makes it seem like it's a little bit complicated. But if you're used to working with anything like Wix or Squarespace or anything like that, it works really similar. And you don't really need to like take a lot of training or anything before just jumping in. You can kind of mess around without messing anything up. Also, because of the way that it has the save feature, it doesn't just save automatically, which is a blessing and a curse because you can accidentally lose progress, but also you can mess around and then go back without having to do anything hokey and stuff. So you can be committed to what you have before you save. And then of course, because it's the main one that so many people use, there's so much that you can Google and find instructions on, not even just from ClickFunnels themselves, but from lots of other users to find stuff. Like, for example, I just found a bit of custom coding that we were able to do something kind of cool on there.
You did, and you ruled it. That was amazing.
And it was just easy to Google, where I just was like, I want this feature and I don't see it available on there. And then ta-da, there's articles and YouTube videos and stuff that show you how to do it. So
Love that.
Yeah, and I know you mentioned Wix and Squarespace, and you have some experience there too, right?
not so much with Wix, a little bit with Wix, just to play around with, but I do have experience with Squarespace. I've built a couple of things in there, which it's my favorite because it's really pretty, but
Mhm.
A lot of the artists,
And-
right? They all love Squarespace.
Yeah. I mean, I've done a
It's-
couple on Squarespace, and yeah, they are pretty nice. It's good for shopping carts for physical products. I know ClickFunnels came out. It's been probably over 5 years now, but they pretty much jumped in front of the landing page builder experts. And they've kind of focused themselves on what they call funnels. And in your experience, what would be a reason why people are using ClickFunnels instead of a Squarespace or building a traditional site like people used to do?
From my point of view,
Yeah, have you seen a good difference that makes ClickFunnels like the go-to?
I would say that ClickFunnels is it's more, it drives your customer, while Squarespace is it's very beautiful, but it does definitely, like, they give you your templates and it's just kind of static. So I feel like it's really good for presenting information, for presenting things that are pretty, for like kind of like giving someone a place to live, but it doesn't really, like, it's up to you to tell your customer where to go. So you have to think a little bit harder, versus ClickFunnels is like set up already to be like, oh, you want to sell something? This is where you're taking your customers. Squarespace is like, here's a lovely platter. You can lay everything out if you want to. But it's really up to them. Yeah. ClickFunnels is like, it has like the little waiter that's taken around the plate. And it's like, don't you want this? You want this, right?
I will say that is
Mhm.
what I appreciate about ClickFunnels is I feel like if you're trying to sell something, like they've got it's like dumbs it down. You know, they're just like, hey, so if you're trying to sell something, this is what you want. Start here, go here, go here. Oh, and their templates are pre-built like that, and then it's just plug and play. You know, do you have your image? Do you have your copy? What do you want your button to say? You click on that, and then I feel like the cool things about the integrations are really smart. You know, you click on the button and it takes you up and you edit it down into, I want that button to go here. And this is the gateway that I want the payment to go through, Stripe or PayPal. And this is, you know, and then it helps you think through, okay, so what comes next? I've liked that about ClickFunnels versus creating in those places too.
It's
Mhm.
just kind of nice if you're not like a sales minded person, like I'm not. And that's probably why I love Squarespace. But yeah, it's definitely more like active in getting people to do something about it. So
Yeah, I think one thing that was nice for me about ClickFunnels too is I'm not a design person at all. If you give me anything to design, I'll run away. But what I found was in ClickFunnels, they made it really easy for me to make something that looked good without me having to put too much effort into it. Like
Yeah,
the
well, so
design elements in there are actually pretty clever.
yeah, Russell's done a really good job at all the different pieces that you can pick that are elements that you can drop in. And when you drop them in, they're not ugly. You know what I mean? Like he's really done a good job at making them, like you said, pretty. I like that too.
Mhm. Yeah, so to compare it with, we've got other, you know, the CRMs that do them. I worked with Kajabi. They were pretty comparable to ClickFunnels, but they're still a little clunky. But once you start getting into like Entreport pages, something that your own CRM is building, it's not the prettiest looking thing. It can't do everything, but I will say the upside is it directly integrates with your CRM.
Yeah.
So you can do custom messaging, you can do custom actions, you can have every button click attached inside your CRM to do something to that one contact because it's tracking that contact. Maybe they clicked your email. So there are some nice reasons why you would want to build a landing page in your CRM. But then again, it's like if you're not that deep, then utilizing ClickFunnels is pretty wonderful. I mean, I don't want to just toot their horn this whole meeting, but they've done a pretty good job of filling that gap of making a nice landing page builder.
I will say though, that ClickFunnels is definitely a more expensive option than some of the other ones too. Like talking about like Squarespace versus ClickFunnels, like you're going to pay a lot more per month to use, like it's, there's pros and cons that you got to weigh out, when you're shopping.
Yeah. And then you got all the integrations if you want to start doing other things. Maybe you do want to connect your CRM to it, and then you need Zapier, or they're not native. You want to start plugging domains in, it can get messy.
Yeah. I think all of them, right? Every one of them has an ill, like it just is depending on what kind of business you are, what you're trying to promote, how you're trying to promote. I mean, if you've got a physical door that people are walking into, your promotion probably doesn't need to live and die on online sales. You know what I mean? But for those who are living and dying on online sales, you do want to try and funnel them down as fast as possible. But I know that Terrence had to really keep me on the straight and narrow, because my whole brain, I feel like I've built in Wix, I've built in Squarespace, I've built in GoDaddy's platform, and in ClickFunnels. And I feel like for me, I've built so long in ClickFunnels now that my brain thinks like ClickFunnels. And Terrence had to back me down sometimes on, hey, yeah, but not everything we do should be a funnel. Like, sometimes you want to have the menu at the top where people can choose their own adventure. They can choose what they want to see rather than you telling them what they're going to see based on if they opt in. And then you'll take them to the squeeze page, which is a sales page. And then you're going to take them through the whole customer journey. I think it's good to really ask yourself what you're trying to deliver, how you're trying to deliver, where you're trying to get your people to go. Because I think that helps with choosing platforms too.
Yeah, and that brings up another good point of the difference between landing pages and funnels. And ClickFunnels got funnels in the name. They're trying to tout themselves as being a funnel builder. And hi, Aaron.
I was trying to get DJ to wave at me, but Daryl's not gonna let him wave at me. Yes.
Hi.
Hey,
Hi.
buddy, see ya. Love your kid. Okay, sorry, Terryn, I didn't mean to interrupt. Go.
Oh, no problem. Yeah, landing pages and funnels, there can be some differences there. The funnel kind of takes you on a path. You've got different steps you want to be taken on. You want to see the intro page, the opt-in, then you go to the next step. You might be sold into something. You go to the next step, you might be sold into something else. Go to the next step, and it's a thank you page. So it's like a funnel, funneling people down. You start out, you got 10,000 people that saw the first page. You got 500 people that saw the last page. But a landing page might be more like your website, somewhere people land on. They might find more info. They're not exactly being funneled anywhere yet. It could just be a page where, people are claiming a fulfillment. Maybe they've got a bonus and they're being offered, we're just taking them to a landing page, they can schedule a call. So they don't necessarily funnel people through, but both equally as important. But you kind of see that's where ClickFunnels made their name, is they're building funnels, and it's actually just funneling people to the end, and the page on the end has the least amount of views, because that then is your best, maybe your customers. And this was your marketing list.
I mean, do you have anything cool you could show us? I mean, it's great to, hear you talk, but I'd love some visuals at some point. Whenever you want to do it, I don't want to race it. I don't want to accelerate the presentation.
Absolutely,
Daryl,
man.
Daryl, you got something you want to say? You chomping at the bit on something?
Yeah, I'm struggling with this because I like the idea of the funnels, but I have a web page. I have like the whole Google setup and everything else. And I think like the thing is actually confusing about it is because I like the idea of a funnel to get them to exactly what it is I want them to go to. But the problem is the services that I provide are so varied. Am I supposed to be sending them to one? Am I supposed to be, like confusions? Do I pull my website and go a completely different way? I don't know. I know that for me as a businessman here in the Valley, people always ask me for my web page. And there's like it's like a business card now, of, okay, that's your legitimacy, that you're real, versus do I pull that and go a completely different route because I want more students, but I don't know which one is better. Is what I'm doing good, or because you put time and you put money into one piece, but I don't want to be stuck in it either. Yeah. I don't know if that was a question or me ranting. I don't know.
No, I hear the question. you know, and as a service-based business, you do want somewhere where people can land and see what you're offering.
Yeah.
You know, it's like people want to see this is what Daryl can provide. So then from there, it's almost like, oh, I'm really interested in his personal training monthly subscription. And then they would click that. And then from there, maybe they enter some sort of funnel. And it doesn't have to be with ClickFunnels. They've just kind of introduced the idea of pushing people down through a funnel. So you can still have a funnel style website where from there, they're interested in you and then they go somewhere. So what's the first thing you want them to do? Do they join an email list, or do they book a call, or do they watch a video and then they go book a call, or do they watch a video, join an email list, or do they go straight to purchase? So it's almost like, what do you want them to do? What's their journey going to be? And then you can just create those pages in whatever website platform you're doing, and just think of it as a funnel, as in, okay, this is the first page that everybody's going to see. And then how do they take action?
Right. And I love that. I love the options that you're giving me. The problem is I want them all. Okay. So I want the email. I want every aspect of it because I don't know which one's going to win out for me. So how do I narrow it down, or am I doing the same thing where I'm trying one and then I'm going from that one to the next to try it and see which one fits best?
Yeah, I mean, you can try different ones. I think if there's different people will either want to keep it simple and just be like, let's take them to a page, give them the video, tell them to pay. There's people who want to harvest their email, send them follow-ups, be emailing them every week, trying to continue to get them to buy if they didn't. Or there's people, they just want to jump on a call with you because they know they can sell over the phone.
And I think I think that some of that is like the kind of customer you're looking for and the kind of product that you're selling. Because, you know, there's low tier where they're not paying you a whole lot of money. So you probably don't want to spend a bunch of time getting them into the funnel, like getting them into the purchase. There are others that might be coming in at a higher tier that you might be willing to spend a little bit more time focused on getting them into, you know, into that tier. And so I think that it kind of depends on, like Terryn was saying, I think it's good for your kind of business, service-based business, where you give them kind of the whole smorgasbord of, like, as they come to your website and they can see, maybe I'm into this kind of training or this kind of training or this kind of training, and they've got some drop downs. But then once you kind of honed in on, oh, this is the kind of person I'm talking about, then maybe there's when we really start honing in on, how are we going to convert them into a purchase? You know, is it as simple as they go to a page, read what you have to say, watch a video from you, and they'll just buy? Or do they need some more nurturing? You know, and if they need more nurturing than that, then maybe that is where we're capturing their email. And then we can hit them with, you know, a sequence of 3 to 5 emails behind it that are convincing them, if they haven't made the decision while they're on your page. Or maybe they do just need to book a call and get on the phone with either Daryl or somebody else and have a conversation. And if they have that conversation, then they'd be more apt to buy because it's a higher ticket item. So I think it kind of depends on what you're trying to sell.
I like that. You got me thinking.
Good.
Terryn, you've got me thinking, not Aaron.
Yeah, it's great. It's already started. I love it.
What you will find too is people, they get pushed back if they know they're about to be sold. So you might see on the internet a lot of things like, you know, this is what I offer, enter your information here and get my quick download of the 5 steps you can take at home right now to increase your health or whatever. So they enter their email, they hit enter, they get the download. And then either from there, they can go to a sales page, or they get some follow-up emails that are like, how's that working out for you? Are you committing to your goals? Do you need further help? You know, I've got this program for you if you like this. And from there, you can sell them, because then people are engaged with you and they didn't think they were going to be sold yet.
You know who kills on in your space, Daryl? And it's not directly in your space, but definitely in that like bodybuilding, weightlifting, trying to get lean, trying to get cut, depending on your body style, what you're trying to attain. You know, you're trying to get skinny, or you're trying to get big, whatever. Like Vinsanity Shred. I feel like his is almost completely built on a funnel model, you know, and I think, you know, if you go there, you can see kind of how he's got that whole idea of a lead magnet of, if you give him your information, he's going to give you a download. He'll let you take his little quiz. As it comes out the backside of the quiz, then he's going to make some suggestions to you. Then he's going to keep hitting you with emails if you haven't made the purchase. Yeah, I think he's done a really good job at funnelizing like sales.
Did you
Is that
say V-Shred?
Yeah, V-Shred. So Vinsanity. Yeah.
Yeah, I went through the whole funnel, like all the way, like bought all the products, went through the whole thing because I was like so intrigued. And then I got on the phone with him. Great guy. I wonder sometimes if he does his own customer service. Like, really great guy. They're a little bit slow, but like on point.
Yeah, I've bought several things from him too, and I just think the guy's so damn convincing. Like the guy's like he's just good
real.
at convincing you this is what you need in a very non-salesy. Like it makes you feel like you're hungry. You just want more. You want him to tell you more. Tell me more. Tell me more. Yes, yes, yes. I've almost like I think I told Daryl this. I almost bought his program twice. Like
Yeah.
he sold me on it 2 times, but I searched my inbox. I'm like, damn, this guy he almost got me again. I already bought this program. So then I just had to find my logins and get into his app, you know, but anyway, funny stuff. Terryn, show us some magic, bro. Show us what you got. Like,
I'll show a little magic and just
Yeah.
pull up a quick funnel here for y'all to enjoy. We
A
do have
click
the
funnel
gap,
in ClickFunnels.
Yeah, this is a funnel.
Click funnel. and then sometimes you go up here and you have to click funnels.
Yeah, ClickFunnels for the ClickFunnels for the funnels.
So we have our gap analyzer app that Aaron has developed. And this is just a good size funnel here, but you know, you've got the opt-in page. This is where we send people. You go to gapanalyzer.com. You're interested in Gap app, go to gapanalyzer.com. This is where they land, as an opt-in page. And it's just gonna let them know, like, what is it? What are we doing? Sounds easy. Sales script. Lots of nice shaky buttons. Join. Do you want to join? You're not gonna buy yet, but are you interested in hearing more? Yeah. Show me the Gap app in action. So you'd enter their email name there. At that point, they're on our opt-in list. If they don't purchase yet, we'll send them emails to follow up. This would be a squeeze page. They got different names. We've got, you know, some people will do a value video. Some people are like, join my list and learn the 10 secrets to success. And they watch a 30-minute video. After they watch that, there's further steps. This one is squeeze page. Squeeze page is pretty similar, but it's more about, here's a little video, and then here's more info, and then some social proof, and then an order form if they want to purchase. So yes, I do want to purchase. Oh, okay, well, you can purchase right here. And then if you do purchase, you can go to a next page, which is saying, oh, and as some of you might have heard before, I don't know if you have, your number one customer is the customer you already have.
That's
The
right.
number one person who's most likely to buy from you is somebody who's already bought from you.
Yep.
That's where the OTOs come into action. Somebody who's already paid money for what you have to offer might then again pay just a little more money to get even more. So you're like, well, wait a second, you just took action, but what if we offer you this? We've got scarcity, we've got some action items, we've got a little more testimonials, but will you be next? And then you can join, you can add on to your order just by clicking a button. You're like, yes, I do want this other option. Thank you for showing me that, Aaron. You don't have to get it. You don't need to feel bad about asking either, because they can say no. But in this situation, we go down to another one that happens to be an even lower step, where it's like, okay, maybe you didn't want to pay even more for more, but we've got another option. If you just have $97 more, you can buy this other extra. And then from there, it's just your thank you page. So you can see you start at the top there. You've got a lot of people saw the top step, less people saw the next step, less people, and less people, and less people. So it just goes down, and ClickFunnels makes it really easy to where it actually looks like a top-down approach. This is your main page. This is the last page they're going to see.
Terryn, could you go to the opt-in and talk to him about A/B split tests? Because I think that's something else cool that ClickFunnels offers.
Yeah, absolutely.
It sounds like
It
we're
is
making a
pretty
pitch for ClickFunnels. We're not making a pitch for ClickFunnels. I think more than anything, this is a tool that we've used a lot that can start forming your brain around how am I making my presentation to my customers? It doesn't have to be through ClickFunnels. If you're building on another platform, it's just the thought of how am I presenting my offer? Because you can replicate this same process by just dropping in whatever they click on is going to take them to the next page, and whatever they click on is going to take them to the next page. And so it's working like a funnel, even if it's not within ClickFunnels. But I just think ClickFunnels does a great job at showing you like how it works. And that was the reason why we chose a lot of ClickFunnels today. And I think Terryn's going to show you a couple things, but we chose a lot of ClickFunnels today because that's also the free tool we gave you this month, was just a shareable funnel that when you click on it, it'll bring that straight into your ClickFunnels account. They give you like a 14-day trial or something like that for you to play around on it and see if it works for you. But anyway, that's why we're showing you so much. But A/B split test is a great thing I think they offer.
Yeah, so I have been noticing a lot more CRM with landing pages are doing these now as well. They're offering these as part of their landing page packages, but A/B split test is they give you the opportunity to create 2 different variations of your page, and then you can change the amount of traffic you want going. So if you want to do 50% on each side, it will then, anytime somebody lands here, it will then every other time send people down to different pages. And so you can view your traffic on each page, and you can see which one is, getting more action based on the traffic stats. So if you want to test whether or not, and this was a popular one of our clients did, was they were curious whether a video on an opt-in page made a difference or whether just an image with words made a difference. And they tested it and they found people, were more likely to opt in if they didn't have to watch a 4-minute video.
Yeah, which is why I slid my slider to 100%. So that was the same thing we found was I created this whole video. That damn video took me so long to film. I took like 50 takes of that video just to get it right. And then in the end, only to realize as we started pushing traffic at it, it just wasn't converting the same way. It like people liked the picture more than they liked consuming the video. And so especially on the opt-in page where they're not really sure about you yet, or, but some people find that videos convert better. It depends on your industry, depends on how you're selling, depends on what you're trying to sell. But for this particular application, the static image just seemed to win. But then it's all driven by metrics too. It's not like, I think, because for me, I put so much pressure on that video. I mean, Terryn probably heard me talk about that video for 2 months, like 3 months maybe, of where am I going to do it and how am I going to set it? And I want to go talk to this business owner and do it in their place. And I had all this like energy put into this video that we ended up in the end, the metrics told the story that people didn't want to watch a video. They just want to see the image, feel the pain, and click opt in. So.
Yeah, so I'm going to leave ClickFunnels at that when it comes to these. So did we have any other questions? I'm going to talk a little bit about membership courses and sites.
Kimberly, do you guys play much around with do you get inside of your ClickFunnels, or is that all on your funnel builder? Have you gotten to see this side of it on the inside of ClickFunnels?
Did you say me?
Yeah.
I have not been in our ClickFunnels personally. Like I've watched kind of like what Terryn's doing, but I haven't been in there myself. No.
Yep, that's great. I just want to make, I was just wondering, everybody's got a little bit different touching point, and usually operations people, they've got just enough working knowledge in these platforms to make them dangerous. You know what I mean? Like they can get in there and they can do just enough, but not enough really to really take a lot of ground. But at the same time, if somebody needed them to get in there and fix something, they could get in there and maybe fix something. But I just wondered, not everybody does that and not everybody's at that spot, but I just was wondering your spot.
We use what's the other one? Stephen was training our inner circle members on this this other platform. It was a lot. Which one?
Go high level.
Oh no, not that. It'll come to me in a minute. But it was a form of ClickFunnels. It was just a lot more affordable for new business owners. So we were playing around with that in our inner circle group. So I did my own over there, but I haven't messed with any of the Rainmaker company ClickFunnels stuff.
Oh, no worries. I mean, they're driving high traffic there. That's always what makes me stress, is when I know a funnel is killing it. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to get in there. Terryn's like, no problem. Let me in there. I'll handle it.
But you got to be careful, because if you get too comfortable, you might break a cart
right
on the night of cart close.
On the apex of an event. And I'm like, Savannah, Terryn's not available. Is there any chance you can jump in there? She goes, I've done that before, no problem. Got in there, played with the code, shut the whole page down on like the apex of just trying to close a Pedro Adeo event. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, like it was the worst. That was the worst scenario I ever put Savannah in. And it was the most panic we've ever experienced as a team.
I felt so bad.
The beautiful thing about that, though, is you click this little settings button and you see all the version histories of your page, and you can restore what you just broke.
Savannah, we didn't know that,
is
right?
How you fixed me? Because I think we had to call Terryn on his honeymoon. to come in and fix it.
Scott had to jump in there too. Like we had all the sharpest brains all working on how can we fix Savannah's mess up. It was the best.
It's pretty great if you make some changes and you're like, that actually ended up being a pretty dumb change. Even if you didn't break your site, you can be like, let's just ignore everything we just did, go back to the way it was. Just, you can preview the one and then be like, yep, that's the one, and hit restore.
Love it.
See, that's why Terryn's the man right there, Savannah.
Now I'm gonna look at some membership sites. So since we're in ClickFunnels, I think we'll do that one
That's smart.
first. Savannah, you built our last one we had to do. What was your experience with the ClickFunnels membership site?
Well, going back to talking about the things that I like being pretty, I don't feel like it's very beautiful. So I don't love that part of it. But again, it's really easy to plug and play. So for ease of use, you know, it's great. If you're trying to make something like really, really gorgeous for your customer, I don't love ClickFunnels for that. But like that's where it's nice if you want to plug in like, you know, a WordPress thing or something like that. That looks a little sexier. But yeah, it's definitely easy to use. Like they have, you know, just where you put in the link to your video, your heading, like it's easy to customize.
So much simpler. Like I know we were exclusively a MemberPress membership site builder before we got involved with trying to build out a couple in here. And I just felt like that one, every single time I would replicate what we had produced last time. And then I would always get stuck somewhere in MemberPress because everything was so code driven and Terryn would have to come save the day. But I felt like the nice thing with ClickFunnels is because it is all contained and because it operates kind of like ClickFunnels operates anyway, it's nice because it's all contained in one spot.
Yeah. And like, if you're going to do it yourself, like if you're not going to like hire somebody to set something up for you, then it's a great solution for that because it is just so easy to get in and get everything all linked up and stuff.
Yeah, but like you said, it's zero on a sophistication level. Like they give you one template, one login page. Your course can look one way. You can change the colors. You can add an image. So people can often tell, maybe not. I can always tell when I'm on a ClickFunnels membership site because they all look the same. Whereas if you are using something like a WordPress, you can't always tell.
Yeah, that was like, I felt like I was doing something wrong when I set it up at first because I was like, they're not going to accept this. This doesn't look right. Just because I knew that the caliber of sales and stuff that he makes, I would want something a little bit sexier. But
and Keith can be particular. There's no way around that. Like there's no shame in that. And most of the visionaries that we serve are particular. Daryl's freaking particular as frick. You know what I'm saying? So like, I think that anybody who's at the top and is the head of the company has the ways they want it to look. But then it's like the functionality piece and how much time they want you to give into it. Because usually they want it fast too. So if you can convince them, hey, I can make the not prettiest version you've ever seen in your entire life, but it can be functional this afternoon. Or if you want me to go build a MemberPress, then it's going to take me a little bit longer inside of WordPress to go.
It's like that rule of 3. You can have it like good, fast, or cheap. You can't have it all 3. You can only have 2 of those 3. So.
I love that rule.
What did you say, Daryl?
I said I can still want it.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can still try and impose it. That's for sure too.
But I will say, after we made this, Keith loved it. He actually wanted simple. He wanted something nobody's going to be distracted. Everything's black. Watch the video, go on to the next one, watch the video, go through the modules. Let's schedule our call when you're done. Let's work further. So in this situation, he loved it. I got so many exclamation points on his messages. Like, it's exactly what I wanted. But they make it pretty simple. You can build modules, you can build lessons. So you can have different modules, you can drip access. So it's got the smart features you might find elsewhere. Where it's not as smart is connecting to product purchases or product failures. It's more meant for just like somebody purchased once for $97, they get the whole course. We don't have to think about it ever again. They can have it for life as long as this website's up. Then we got into Entreport. We built our first membership sites. This is what we use at the Collab Team. Entreport. It's pretty good for our needs. Ben actually built these ones for me. I haven't built any in here yet. I had tasked it all down to Ben. I delegated and elevated, and now Ben
Look
has
at you.
the
Yeah.
Entreport membership site experience. But this ended up being pretty intuitive. It's using their landing page builder, so they don't look the best either, but you know, it's still a little better than a ClickFunnels site.
Oh, you were denied, Terryn. You want me to share my screen and show you what it
Well,
looks
no,
like?
that was the no access
Oh, I
page.
see. Good job.
But I don't know if I can view the account without logging in. See, that time I'm denied. Let's see, do I have my login saved? Nope.
You want me to share my screen?
Do you have it pulled up?
I do.
Ooh, yeah.
Well, I mean, pulled up might be exaggerated, but I can get there real quick.
Well, I could have too.
Well, I mean, but this is fun. This way, it's like a group sharing exercise, you know?
Yes.
You want to see ops? Or you want to see coffee?
Show us ops. That's what we're here for.
Okay. Ops Experts Club. Awesome. And do you want to drive? You want me to drive?
Yeah, I can just talk a little bit. You know,
Yep.
they give you more options here since they don't just give you a template to use like ClickFunnels did. They actually let you build out what you want it to look like. So that was the nice thing. We can move buttons around. We can add buttons, remove buttons. We can change the whole layout. We can make it upside down. Yeah, if we wanted an upside down membership site. Okay, maybe somebody who does yoga videos might need their membership
Right.
site to at some point be upside down, maybe half of it right side up, half of it upside down. So if you click inside of a module there, people, it's just going to take you to another. These are all just landing pages that you need to log in to view. And that's us. It's all 4 of us. That's 3 of us. That's 6 of us. That's a lot of us.
Right.
So we just drop the content in. They give you widgets. They give you elements. You can plug in videos, audio, PDFs. We got links. We got words. You can read words. So we kind of enjoyed using Entreport. That was a fun one.
I think for us, that's our CRM, you know. So for us, it's what all the controls. We'll use ClickFunnels as our landing page, but after that, we're dropping our buttons in from Entreport. That's going to control the sales, and that way everything stays integrated into our customer relationship management center, the CRM. And then from there, we can give them access within that same CRM. And then, you know, for us, we just felt like we want to commit to a CRM. We don't want to commit to ClickFunnels doing everything. Entreport's easy to use, at least for me. And so Terryn met my fancy on like, yeah, let's just do Entreport then. And then for us, you know, it's also where that's what controls our affiliates. So everything is kind of held in one spot. And I think we're getting into that more next week, T. I don't want to steal your thunder, but.
No, that's perfect because this is a subscription product. So it also controls their access. If people start failing on their subscription payments, they lose access to the site to try to make sure they update that payment method.
That's key. So I think that, like Terryn said, for ClickFunnels, there's not a lot of brains to it. You know what I'm saying? So she looks sexy, you know what I'm saying? But like when it comes to like the brains of turning it off, if they stop paying you, like you have to set up zaps, right, Terryn? Like you'd have to give it some sort of smarts on a backside somewhere to be able to zap that back in, or can you even control it like that? There's no
You
control.
have to remove them from the course.
Yeah. So that, I mean, that's the downside, right? Is like maintaining who signed up for this, who has access to this, and then having to pull a list at the end of the month, who's fallen off, then go in and manually remove them. Something like this is, you know, if somebody stops paying, they just lose access, which is awesome.
Cool. And then I'll go ahead and share the last example here of, this isn't the top tier, but top tier for what we can example you. So we have also done some courses in WordPress. So this would be the admin screen of WordPress, and the way it works is it's just pages as well, just landing pages. And then these are password protected, so they have to log in. It's set up as a membership site. They have to log in to be able to view these. And then once you're inside of the course, you can go even further and you can choose which access level can view it. And then WordPress has a billion plugins. So, you know, you can see or you can kind of edit it to look however you want. So at this point, you're getting into, you don't even know if you're in a WordPress membership site if you land in one, because it's almost like custom building sites, membership sites. These ones, they're a little bit harder to set up. This is more of the, it can look amazing, but it's going to take longer solution. You know, ClickFunnels is the, you have all the videos, I can give you membership site in 30 minutes. You know, Entrepreneur's like, we can put a little more time and energy into that, make it look pretty. This is, you could spend 5 hours, you could spend 50 hours on however you want it to look.
I will say the nice thing about, I mean, once you create, like, so this is a treasure relationship is my thing for marriage. So I was able just to take Keith's membership area and literally clone it, like, and then reformat it with my logo, you know, what I wanted my modules to be, my videos in it, like my content in it. So I do think once you built it once, they make it pretty easy to clone and replicate and fix. I mean, it is easier to get stuck in though, for sure.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever used Members Pro?
Oh, is that a site or a plugin?
It's a membership course builder site.
Yeah,
That's what
that
we're
one.
currently using, and we got a lot of stuff in there. And it looks beautiful. It really does, but it is clunky.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one thing I always ask people when we're coming to building a membership site is this something people get once, we can forget about it? Because then it's really easy to integrate into whatever you want.
Yeah.
You don't need to find a two-way integration. You can just, people buy, you send them there. But if this is a product that has a payment plan, if it's recurring, if it's a membership that expires, it really kind of narrows down where and how you want to be building your site. Otherwise, you're going to put yourself in a pickle where you're going to be spending all these man hours just removing customers who haven't even paid. So now you're spending money to fix customers that aren't spending money.
And I think, I mean, and anytime that you can automate that, and I know that Steven's working on some stuff like that for Daryl, as far as when people pay and how people are removed. And like, I think anytime you can introduce smarts into that, it's just so much better. I mean, we all have things that we have to run manual. You know, Collab Team does a lot of manual of pulling lists, removing people from different things at certain points in time. But when you can use an engine to do it from smarts based upon very simple triggers, like did they pay or did they not pay? It's just so nice because it cuts down on the amount of noise from the things that you do have to focus manual energy on. Because I don't think you can ever get away completely from manual energy, but it's nice when not everything is manual energy.
Yeah. And, you know, we're going to have other conversations. We're going into, you know, integrations, automations, deep dives into CRMs, affiliates, you know, so this was kind of a good overview of where we see a lot of people start in the process section.
Where it all begins.